finally, we're in uncharted territories. The sun is out, and even Bandit here is in shock. But it's been raining for, it seems like, last 12 days. But we're in more than that uncharted territories, because me and my buddy Art Tucker are about to head down to Alabama, and we're going to do something a little bit different on Hunt Club. The next few videos, this is all going to be about eradicating hogs. Art actually works with some folks in Columbus here in Jager Pro. I don't know if some people may have heard of them. They got a ton of views on YouTube. The link to their channels in the description below, so check them out. But this is what they specialize in, annihilating hogs. This will be phase one. We're going down there right now to set up some feeders, take a look at some of the damage they do.
It's a prime area for these pigs right here.
Really?
Nasty, big stuff. I'm trying right now. I'm kind of watching the road to see if I can pick up any fresh tracks or anything for pigs or anything, or any inlets or outlets through some of this thick brush where they might make a trail in or out. Yeah, look at all that. Yeah, a whole lot of tracks. I mean, I don't know if they pass through here, or if they just, if this is just from like one time coming through or something, but.
Just drove through a big, obviously a bunch of walls, rubs on trees. Josh just wants to look at our options. We need a flat spot to put these traps up, and we're the best spot to start feeding them at. So I think he's already seen a lot of hog signs. So I'm just falling in line here and fascinated at the knowledge of hogs. Is this what you're wanting to see?
Oh yeah, that's exactly what we want to see right here. Look at all this. I mean, you got wallow, you got all the rooting, digging up. And actually, this might not be a bad area to put up a feeder right in here, because we could get a, you know, we can get a 32 to 35 foot diameter trap right in this area. That's when we want to condition them to the feeder, and then we want to condition them to the trap. So we got to put the trap up next after the feeder, which will be, you know, 3 to 4 days. It all depends on the pigs. It's up to them how fast we move. And then once we get that, we get the trap set up. We got to condition them to the trap. Once they're conditioned to the trap and they're all in there, drop the gate.
This will be a good, you know, and I know just talking to Rod, this would be a good spot if you did have one that was a linger. You could sit up there and snipe him off.
Exactly, that's a good point too, because you don't want to get your traps and your feeders up in really thick areas because if you drop the gate, there potentially could be, you know, other pigs in the area that you were not tracking. You still want to be cautious when you come out with your thermal on your rifle and everything, because then you want to stock up from a good vantage point regardless.
People don't understand, I don't think, from the south in here how bad our hog problem is. And not only that, I don't think they realize how smart hogs are. So we're trying, this is literal annihilation. We're trying to kill everything that comes to this feeder.
Exactly, and that's what people don't understand, is how intelligent these pigs are.
That's why you want to, if you got 15 coming, you want to catch all 15 or kill all 15, because you're not going, if they see that trap work, then the odds of you ever catching that loose pig again is slim.
Exactly. Jager Pro, we are a whole sounder success. That's our mission right there. If we got 15 on camera and we know there's 15, once they're in the trap, we want all 15 dropping that gate on them. One gets out, that is an educated pig now. So, and guess what? They pick up on that. Next time they see a trap, they're probably not going to go near it.
We're trying to put hopefully 3 feeders up. What's the distance we want to be, Josh, you think, feeder to feeder, to where we don't want it to compete?
Now, depending on how big the property is, I don't know how big this.
I think this is 2,000 acres.
Okay, I mean, if we can get, you're fine if you can get them 500-600 yards away from each other.
Okay.
So you just don't want them on top of each other, you know. Right. You don't want to give them too many options.
Right.
You don't want them too close, because you might have a half a sounder at one feeder, you might have the other half at one feeder. You want to keep them all together. So
there's droppings right there. Since we're here, I'm gonna drop a
pin on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop it on Onyx.
Yeah.
Feeder.
I think this might be a good one.
We can measure where, you know, this is obviously our first location. Now we can go somewhere else and look, and we can measure how far we are from this spot. So we don't want to overlap. And obviously they've been wallowing right here just a little bit.
They got their own little swimming pool right here.
We should have called this one the swimming hole.
You know, pigs can smell like 5 to 6 miles. Miles. Yeah. Not yard. You know, we're not talking like 500 yards. We're talking miles. And if that is the biggest defense mechanism that they have, is their nose. How far is this from?
We're gonna be 0.8 miles. So are you happy with the sign here?
Oh, we got plenty of sign. We got some rooting right here. We got some fresh droppings over there. Look at all that. You got rooting over there. Nice thick brush all around. Yeah, you'll find that feeder.
We're in phase 2 of stage 1.
Well, so I think we got plenty of pig sign. He said there's a creek down there, right? Down that ravine. I think we can just honestly set up right here. Nice flat ground. That way, if they're using any of these trails, you know, they can come up through and they'll come right up on the trap or anything, or on the feeder itself.
Let's do it.
I think we'll place a feeder right here. We'll step off 16 feet and we'll get our T-post with our camera mounted up on it. I'm looking for the most level ground we got here. All right, where do you want that?
We're good right there. I'm just gonna let it roll.
Stay in there?
Watch how fast this thing comes up.
Is that thing gonna knock over?
No, I think it'll be all right.
All right, so 1 T-post per feeder leg, because we're not dealing with deer here, we're dealing with pigs. So they get a little crazy when you start to get, you know, they start fighting for food, and before you know it, your feeder is gonna be tipped over on the ground. We go ahead, run a nice little piece of wire around your feeder leg. Got a little short on this one, but see if we can make it work. Of course, the one you're videoing is the short one.
Hey, just added pressure being on national TV. We got like 4,000 subscribers.
There you go. So now you got to kind of think how you're going to want your trap set up. Okay. So if we're going to do a single gate trap on this one, you know, you want your gate, you know, probably the most, whatever way you think they're going to come in. You got a nice creek down this ravine. They might be coming out of there. They could be crossing over, hitting this, and then going down through that trail. I think we should kind of have it going that way. That means we're going to want our camera 180 from the gate.
So once we put this up, this don't move. Even when the trap comes in, the camera stays still.
That's why you do your measuring beforehand, step it off.
If we're measuring on feet here, or do we need him to be the foot person? Because he's about 1.5 feet per.
I better do it. I mean, I know my feet.
We'll be more efficient with these.
Yeah.
We're gonna step off, and our camera's gonna go over there. All right. Right here. Because our camera mounts fit in between here and lock in off this back spine.
So you always want that facing the feeder.
Yep. All right, these are the new Jager Pro T-post mounts that we started using. A lot of times what happens is birds and stuff will land on it. And then if you don't have a good mount, they'll just knock your camera down. And then you got to come all the way back out and set it back up.
I always get coons messing with mine.
Yeah, so these ones seem to lock down a lot better. So when I aim my camera, when this takes a picture, right here should be my cutoff. That allows me, when this trap is set up, when you hit here, you're going to see that gate perfect with that angle. And that way you can see the entire trap.
All right, that was done. 2 more to do.
Oh, we just got to get the battery in this.
And I guess we didn't do a test spin, huh? I'd suck to leave the feeder not turned on.
We got a 20-second spin set up to go off at 6:30 tonight. That's around dark time, you know, so.
This is in deer hunting without the little dinner bell. This is where you take off running.
So that dinner bell does a couple things. One, it gives that nice noise of, you know, corn hitting, and they actually get conditioned to that. So when they hear that, they know it's dinner time. Just the biggest thing what it is when you have your trap, your 35-foot diameter trap, this throws it, keeps it contained into a 20-foot or less area. If you didn't have that dinner bell on, that corn's gonna be spraying outside the trap.
Yeah.
That would allow the pigs to feed on the outside instead of having to go in. So the whole point of the dinner bell is to keep the feed in the trap.
Think of the simplest things first. That's what I like about Josh.
That's how I roll.
Okay, so we have been, the king here has overruled us. We were originally gonna do three feed sites, but now we're gonna knock it back to 2 because we don't wanna compete.
I think I mean, with the sign we have and the locations that we got these feeders at, I think we're gonna be busy. That's it.
We got 2 feeders running, cameras on both.
Feeders are up, cameras are tested.
It's Friday afternoon now.
And I think it's great, the timing with it, how it ended up being, because I think we're supposed to be down to 27 tonight, and these pigs are just like any other animal. You know, they gotta get food in their bellies all night to keep going around and stay warm and keep their metabolism going and get them calories in. So
now we got it between the group. We got to have a bet. What's our number going to be, and which one's going the first feeder it's going to hit. Was that a pig?
That was a pig right there. That was a pig squeal. I heard it. You hear it? The corn's up here.
Yeah. he stopped like when a turkey gobbles. He knows this man's a killer.
So our sights are up. It's Friday afternoon. I don't plan on messing with these over the weekend, so I'm gonna take that time and get my intel.
Yep.
With these cold nights, we should get pigs coming in here, and we should start getting some numbers put together on what our sounder size is. We have done our part. Now it's time for the pigs to do their part.
Come eat.
And
I'm going with a gut instinct. Since I know so much about pigs, I'm gonna say this spot right here is gonna be the #1 moneymaker.
I'm gonna go with the other one.
Okay. We'll see.
All right, I think we got all that we need in there. I think we need to go ahead and drop the gates. Do you want to close the gate? Yes. Here we go.